My name is Allison Spampinato. I'm 48 years old. When I was 45, I discovered a lump in my breast by doing a self-exam, which is very important. Do your self-exams, lady, once a month. And so I notified my doctor right away. I didn't have a concern in the world that it was cancer. I went and had my mammogram, and then we had to do what's called a diagnostic mammogram to get more detail. And it turns out that I was diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer, which is a very aggressive form of breast cancer. So my treatment started within days of me finding out. I went from no cancer to having a team of 10 people that were rallied around me trying to help save my life. It was terrifying. It was the first diagnosis, I think, is always the worst because you never think you're going to be the one to get cancer. So I think that was the most heartbreaking. I had a complete breakdown in my car alone when I found out that I had cancer. I was leaving a patient's house. I'm a nurse, and I read the email and read the diagnosis myself. And in that moment, my world shattered. It's not anything that I would wish on anybody. It took me about an hour of crying in my car uncontrollably before I could get up, just the strength to drive home. And my husband was not at work that day. He was sitting on the couch, drinking a glass of wine, relaxing, and I had to walk in the door and tell him that his wife had cancer. So the fact that it affected him and my kids as much as it did is almost worse than what I felt myself. So that was one of the hardest moments, telling him and then telling my children. And that's not anything any child wants to hear. My parents were on vacation when I found out. So within 1 week of them being away, they came home. I had to tell them that their daughter had cancer. And I had already had a port. I had a whole team of doctors, and their minds were blown because when they left vacation, so that was really rough. And it's taking every ounce of strength I have now just not to break down again, because when you go to that moment in time, when you found out, you don't get over that trauma. It's very difficult. I did 6 months of chemotherapy once a week. I had to do immunotherapy every 3 weeks for 1 year, surgery, radiation. And after all that was said and done, a year later, I was told I was cancer-free. So I thought I was one of the lucky ones. I survived, I beat this cancer. And then 4 months later, I had 2 seizures surrounded by my family at dinner and was rushed to the hospital. And a brain MRI confirmed that I had metastatic cancer. I had a brain tumor that was 3.7 centimeters that had grown in just a couple of months. So that changed my life, of course, forever. And I had brain surgery 1 week later. And now I'm on chemotherapy pills for the rest of my life, which I'm happily doing to stay alive. After about 17 months on the chemotherapy pills, I went for my routine scans. I have scans every 3 months, and they found a small brain tumor and a small tumor in my rib. So that's my second and third metastatic tumor. So I had radiation on my brain, radiation on my rib, 5 sessions each. And if all is well and done and the radiation did its job, I will stay on the same medication that I'm on and continue to be tested for every 3 months. I didn't know the strength that they had until this diagnosis. I knew that they were phenomenal individuals, and my whole life, they have rallied around me. They give me strength. They just think I'm gonna beat this. And that's okay for me to have them feel like that. My son is 15, he's my youngest, and he's like, well, you beat it 3 times already, so of course you're going to beat it again. So that gives me the courage to just continue to fight, and whatever the doctors tell me to do, I'm right there doing it. I would just like to tell people that the foundation is more than you'd ever expect. They have metastatic group sessions, which I'm a part of. They do craft sessions, there's therapy sessions, there's a whole new facility that just allows us to thrive in an environment surrounded by love and acceptance with this diagnosis. Express your feelings, don't hold anything inside, because that will hold you down. So as soon as I opened up at the Gloria Gemma Foundation, my life changed forever in the best way. And I would just want to thank my husband for supporting me through this whole thing, and my children, who are my whole heart, and I will fight with every ounce of strength I have so I can be here for every minute with them.
Got me, you're good.
It's tough. It's been a journey. Yeah. It's tough, but for them, I fight. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.